So yo, what's happening guys? So welcome back to the channel where I'm gonna do a further explanation on the way that I trade the Nasdaq for the New York AM session. Let's go through a couple of rules that you're gonna need. So get your pen and papers out because this is a little bit of a longer video. I want to give a better explanation. I've had a ton of people inside the group messaging me, tons of people privately messaging me. They get lost, they get stuck. So let's break it down a little bit. Requirements for the silver bullet with uni set up. The first rule would be it must be inside of the macro. We'll go through the macro times on the next slide. There are 3 total macros a day that you can trade, but as we say, we'll go through them on the next slide. A sweep of liquidity, either a sweep of the highs or a sweep of the lows. The third rule is price must displace above previous swing highs or lows with strength. So enter inside the first fair value gap you can see. Can be between the 1 minute and 5 minute time frame. You can only enter if there's a valid stop in place between 10 to 25 handles. Aim for securing 25 handles and take half the position off, with the remaining position aim for liquidity sweeps. So kind of aim for the highs or the lows after you've secured those 25 handles. Okay, so now we're getting into the macro times. So the New York AM session at 9:45 to 10:15 AM. The second New York AM session at 10:45 to 11:15 AM. And the third and final macro is 13:45 to 14:15 PM. This is all in UTC -4. I'm not sure if it's Eastern Standard Time or New York Standard Time. It's one of the two, but it's UTC -4. That's all you need to really know. So the main rule that we like to follow is that if you have a winning trade inside of the macro, you are done for the day, as you've likely caught the manipulative move by the market makers. So one trade will set up inside of these 3 sessions, okay? So if you have a winning trade in the first session, it's unlikely there's going to be anything in the last 2. It's going to happen in one of these 3. Don't force it. If you took a win, just leave the markets. You're up. Just, you know what I mean? You want to be getting that funding. You want to be making that money. Don't be fucking forcing it. Just leave it alone. So further trading after you've had a winning trade will diminish the effectiveness of this strategy. So if you start trading all 3 sessions, don't fucking blame me that you're losing. Alright? Anyway, that's the next slide. So here's a couple of examples of the trades that we've taken during this week. So this is what we're going to go through on the next slide, where I'll take you through the charts. As you can see, these were all called live in this Telegram group that I've got. It's completely free. Alright? Everything is completely free. Links are all in the bio. A lot of C-boys in there. Alright, so this is where we get to the more interesting side of the video. Now we've got the boring fucking PowerPoint out of the way. Cool, so how we start it off is we're going to go on to the 15 minute, start marking out our liquidity zones, where we're kind of aiming for, where we think price is going to go. Also, we don't aim for ones that are fucking too far away, because it's just not going to happen inside of our session. So we start marking off some liquidity zone. Oh shit. Now, as you can see, price has now taken out sell side liquidity. Okay, it's about to come into the second AM macro. So we had nothing in the first AM macro, just choppy. Don't get involved with it, we just leave it alone. Okay, so this is where my ears perk up. We start paying attention here. So it sweeps all these liquidities that we marked out earlier. Okay, bang. So this is what's happened here. As you can see, it's come down, and this is a short-term low. Okay, so that essentially is your uni setup. So it's a short-term low, it's come up, and then it's tapped it one more time. So that is what the uni consists of. Okay, so now we can mark that out as our uni setup. Okay, and it's also, as you can see, it's displaced. It's come down. It's took out the last high. Okay, it's even took out this last high. So now this is a valid displacement to go higher, and it's with strength. With the indicators that I've got on, which is TR main, I'll make another video on explaining how to make my charts look like this. So you can see it's pushed up with strength. You know, these are the grey candles, so there's not much movement going on here. But the tick volume is doubled within this. So I know that market maker's present. He's pushed price up. Okay, he doesn't want price to go any lower. He's pushed it up. He's got everyone committed to shorts. Okay, boom. So there you go. Right in here is your fair value gap. It's a very small one, but like I say, With this green candle pushing up, I know that this is high probability. So bang, now you're in. You're in the trade. So, alright, so bang. You're now into the trade. So let's put our stop at 25 handles. Yep. And our first TP is going to be at 25 handles. Okay, so this right here is going to be... I need to change that setting because it's fucking pissing me off. So this is your first TP. This is TP1. And then with your second, you want to be going for this last swing high here, which comes into a fair value gap. So this is where you want to be having your second TP. Hope that makes sense. So this is now TP2. And then your final TP is going to be the liquidity of the opposing side. So, you know, we can go. I went for here just to play it safe, but you can go higher. Okay, let's just see how this works out. Bear in mind, this is all taken inside my Telegram, so you know there's no bullshit here. So TP1 would have been smashed. That's it. Now you move your trade. Your stop loss to break even. So now it's completely risk free. Man, clicking these buttons are gonna get fucking annoying. TP2 smashed. TP3 smashed. Final TP. Be out of your position. There we go. So that's how simple it can be. So if I remove all of these drawings again, I just want to give you a further breakdown of insider here, because I feel like this is important. This is what you guys need to get a hand of. So swept liquidity. I've removed the lines, but it's swept liquidity. It's come down, pushed up, come down, pushed up one final time, and that where it's just wicked it is very subtle. It's just wicked it very slightly. That's a uni. So it's a short-term low. It's taken the short-term low. Okay. So anybody that went long here just got stopped out, and then he's going to shift price out with the green vector candle. Okay, with a fair value gap inside of it to move price up inside of macro times after it's been dropping and it's taken sell side liquidity. That's a golden trade. That's an A+ setup. That will pay 80% of the time. Alright, let's get into another example. Hopefully you guys understood that. If not, I'll, just message me and we'll break it down some more. Cool. Alright, so let's get into another trade. So you can see here I'm starting to mark out all of the zones. You got your sell side, buy side, buy side. Now, what's the next thing we do? We look for the macro. Okay, so now your macro's in place. You're looking for it to sweep the sell side and then attack buy side. Or the other way around, whichever one comes first. Let's have a look. Boom. There we go. So right there. It's the same thing. It's come down, come up, just took out the short-term low. Bang. So that's going to be, so far, your uni. Obviously, it has to displace higher for that to be valid. But obviously, we're in replay mode, so we know that this is all valid. There you go. There's your displacement. It's broke above this last swing high. Okay. After your unicorn setup. Okay, you got your free candle formation. So you're going to have your position ready. Mate, this fucking setting. It's because I'm on my computer instead of my laptop, so my settings are all fucking different. Alright, cool. So there we go. There's TP1. That fucking thing's pissing me off again. TP1. Yeah, I'll probably have my second TP there. TP2. And then target buy side with your final TP. TP3. Boom, in the trade. So TP1 was taken. Right here, I didn't move my stop to break even like I normally would, because I was wary of this low here. I was wary that it's going to come back into the fair value gap. So what I did was I moved it, I think it was just at the bottom of the fair value gap, okay? So we're only risking 12 handles, we've already scored 25. So we're risking, you know, we're still up 12 no matter what, whatever happens. There you go, so price did come back into it. Doesn't matter if we go outside of the macro, once you're in a trade you can run it. You can just let it run. Boom, so there's TP2 smashed. See, look how quickly these green vectors just come in and take out all this liquidity. It's insane. Boom. There you go. That's how simple it is. Just all comes down to discipline with this strategy. That you can't, you can't be just getting into anything. This is very mechanical. It's a beautiful strategy. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna love you and leave you with that. If you've got any questions, you know where to find me. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.